7.3 set, we're going to be trying to describe the sequence of transformations that's going to carry triangle RST onto triangle R prime S prime T prime. Keeping in mind that the original one doesn't have the primes. The new one is going to have the primes. That's a little apostrophe. So when we describe it, we want to start with the original triangle, that is triangle RST, and how do we end up into the new image triangle, R prime S prime T prime. Now, unfortunately on these, they're not just a single transformation. There's no way just to translate or just rotate or just reflect to make these triangles coincide. So what we're going to have to do is do a series. We're going to do a sequence of transformations. And the easiest way to do this is to translate it first. Slide the triangle over till one of the points, one of the three vertices line up with each other. That is, either make S and S prime line up or R prime line up, T and T prime. Get some point to line up. Then rotate it until that side that has that point lines up to its matched side. And then once the sides line up, reflect it over. So to do these, it's tend to be easier to do translate it, get the points to line up, rotate it, get a side to line up, and then reflect over that side to make the whole triangles line up. And it doesn't really matter what point you start with. For me, I'm going to start with S. I see that corner point in that new triangle, S prime, I can see that I can make S and S prime line up pretty easy, rotate it until SR and S prime R prime line up, and then just reflect it over that line, SR. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to describe this all down below. So the directions say you're going to clearly describe the sequence below each grid. So the first thing I want to do is make S and S prime line up. Now, instead of just saying translate, I need to be specific. How much are we translating? In this case, it looks like we need to go up 3, and then we need to go to the right 5. So if we translate triangle RST, right 5, up 3, or you say up 3, right 5, order doesn't matter here, so that we get the point S and S prime to line up, or what we call coincide. Now, you don't have to have S. You can actually do R first. You can do T. It doesn't really matter. Okay, just pick one of them. I'm choosing this one. I'm going to make my S and S prime coincide. Okay, now, I've got the triangles touching, but I want to be able to reflect it, which means before I can do that, I'm going to rotate it until this side that has S in it is going to coincide with the other side that has S in it. So that would be side SR. Now, I could also do ST, but I'm going to just do SR because they're so close together. If I rotate my triangle so that SR and S prime R prime coincide, and we'll rotate it about the point S. So if I made S my contact point, that's when I'm going to do my rotation. If I made the triangles touch at T, then I'd want to rotate around T, and so on. So now I'm going to rotate it. I'll make those sides coincide. And now that I have those sides coinciding, all I have to do is reflect it over that side, and now the triangle would coincide. If we reflect over the side either SR or S prime R prime, depending on which way you want to call it, we can make that triangle flip over, and now they match. And we're going to do the same thing with the next one. Pick any of the 3 points, make the points match. Once the points match, if you need to rotate it, and then reflect. All right, good luck on the rest of the set.